how long is this going to drag on for?
Well, Alex, I think people that were hoping that this was going to end by the end of 2018, well, that's not going to happen now. It's going to quite obviously drag in to 2019. Both chambers of the US Congress met last night, just for a few minutes, in fact, and didn't make any moves to try and end this impasse, which is over this Mexico-US border wall that's proved so controversial. And the big sticking point here, Alex, is that Donald Trump wants $5 billion set aside of public money, taxpayers' money, to help pay for this wall. Actually, it's going to cost over $20 billion in total. This has become a big sticking point. So Democrats are firmly against it, and also Donald Trump's facing a lot of opposition actually within his own Republican Party as well. So we've got to this stage where basically there's a partial government shutdown, and thousands of workers are without money at the moment. They're on unpaid leave as well. So it's been a really difficult time for them this Christmas with all this going on. As you can imagine, in America, this is all playing out on social media. Let's just bring you a couple of tweets that we've seen happening overnight. One came from the Democratic Senator Dick Durbin, who commented after this session last night where nothing happened and they adjourned it. He was saying, "No end in sight to the president's government shutdown. He's taken our government hostage over his outrageous demand for a $5 billion border wall that would be both wasteful and ineffective." Donald Trump likes getting back onto social media and responding to these sorts of things. He's standing very firm in the face of all of this opposition. Donald Trump took to Twitter last night as well, and he was saying, "Have the Democrats finally realized that we desperately need border security and a wall? Gang members and criminals, we need to stop them coming into the country. Do the Dems realize that most of the people not getting paid right now are Democrats?" As I was saying, Alex, some Republicans are also against this money going towards this border wall. They're blocking these spending plans. Let's hear what the acting chair of the Senate, a Republican, had to say.
Well, there is a sense of urgency, without question. All of us, I've been through, this is the fifth shutdown I've been through. And I don't know of any one of them yet that's been successful. So it would be advisable if we could possibly follow what the Reverend said, the chaplain said, that let us put, personal things aside and work together, and let's see if we can't get something done.
And put simply, Alex, the reason why government money isn't flowing into around 20% of the government right now, because Donald Trump wants this wall money put in spending measures that have to be passed by the Congress. And while that's not happening, around 20% of the government isn't getting the money it needs to function, basically.
So as well as the government, obviously, we're hearing there, it's a tangled mess, isn't it, when it comes to politics? What about the public? There was also that information that maybe the opinions are changing.
Well, indeed, this Mexico border wall was a big election pledge when Donald Trump came into power. He swept to victory, and a lot of people seemingly wanted that. But there's this new poll from Reuters Ipsos that came out overnight. Interestingly, it says more Americans blame Trump rather than the congressional Democrats for the partial shutdown. Also, more interestedly, they said 35% of them that they didn't back cash. Well, only 35% actually said they backed cash going into the spending bill for the Mexico wall. Just a third of people backing that money to go on this wall in that spending plan. So if Donald Trump's now facing waning public support, he's also facing this difficult political situation as well. Where do things go from here? The impasse is continuing, but will Donald Trump back down? Well, he's not the kind of man that normally does that, is he?